Boys and girls, we are back. New patch is out. That means Vivian is finally here. And if you guys watched my previous video where we talked about pre-building and how I go about building characters and stuff like that, you'll know I've been waiting for this character for a while. When I first saw her, I knew I was going to pick her up. I've been pre-farming for a long time and it's been rough. It has been very rough. But today she actually comes out, so the goal is very simple. Once again, one copy of her and the Wengine. I don't have a ton of pulls, I'm being honest here. I'm praying that I can get a little bit lucky because I really don't want to spend any more money. If you've seen my other videos, you know that things are a bit tight around here. I've had to pick up some equipment and stuff for the office, so funds are looking a little tight, but we keep it moving. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Let's go gambling!
Oh. Okay. So we got E6 Casteris in Honkai Star Rail very easily. We didn't lose a single 50-50. Will my luck continue, or has Hoyoverse taken it all away? This would be huge. That scared me for a second. Oh, there she is again. Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please. Oh, they're edging me here. Oh, they're really edging me. Should be this one, right? Okay, the luck continues. I guess when it comes to like purple, pinkish girls, I'm extremely lucky. This is huge. This is massive. Oh man, the luck continues. I absolutely love it. So that should mean the Wengine is pretty much guaranteed. So let's do it. Oh god. It feels so good. I'm not gonna have to spend money. And there it is. Okay. Is it a certified banger of a month? Or is it all ruined here? Let's do it.
Real heroes.
You fucking...
No! No! Oh, what is this shit? Oh, I'm cooked. I have to hope I can get it here. Oh my god.
Hold up.
Oh. Hey man, we stay winning. We stay winning. Something like, yeah, we stay winning. It's something like, you know what? Let me not get too cocky, because Hoyoverse is gonna come back at me with a vengeance. I did pre-build, so it shouldn't be too long until I can get this done. There are one or two pieces I'm really not happy about, but overall, it should be good. So I'll catch you guys when she's built in a bit. Is she not the cutest character you've ever seen? On a side note, I just absolutely love the design. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for the build. And I'm not gonna lie, this one has probably been my most painful building process so far out of all the characters that I've shown to you guys. The thing is, when it comes to Anomaly proficiency characters, it's rough because a lot of the time, Anomaly proficiency is just so far ahead of every other stat, even like attack percent, that you're just rolling on that 1 in 4 every time. And it's, you know, the odds are really not in your favor. Vivian is a good example of this because Anomaly proficiency is really far ahead of everything else. Like, attack percent is not bad, but yeah, it's just miles ahead in terms of actual value. So yeah, it wasn't easy. But we are here now, and I'm overall pretty happy with the build. So let's take a look. And here she is in all her glory. So obviously, the stat we care the most about is that Anomaly proficiency. 474 is pretty damn good. I have seen someone with over 500, but they got ridiculous rolls. And they had around 2.1k attack. So yeah, there's that. But 474 is pretty insane. I would say anything over about 400, 410, you're good. Anything more than that gets pretty difficult. But yeah. Anomaly Mastery, the other one I think a lot of people care about. Mine is at 155. I think you can get up to like 190, 198 or something. I can't remember the exact number. If you have a Mastery Disc 6, that will give you the 190. When we talk about the drives, I'll show you more, but as you can probably notice, I'm running a Attack Disc 6 instead. I'll explain why when we get there, but this works as well. Anomaly Mastery, anything like 140-ish and up, it's either this or it's the 190-ish, so it just depends on what disk drive you run. But overall, I'm really happy. The attack is very nice. You know, it's not a dead stat. You can see here I'm running the ether damage, this 5. It's just better in most cases. But like I said, we'll talk about that in a second. Let's just quickly talk about the skills. Obviously, you want to max out this thing. This is where the majority of the supportive damage really comes from. You need to max this as soon as possible, and you get a bunch of free stats as well. This is where a lot of her mastery comes from. In terms of actual skills, the basic attack is the most important one. Then you're basically just leveling up these 3, and then this one can stay as low as you really need it to be. You know, there's no harm in going to 12 here. I just don't have all the resources for that, so I'll do it eventually. Okay, and let's talk about the actual discs. So, to no one's surprise, Theophon's Melody is the best set. You know, I said this already. The 2-piece options, obviously you have the one I'm running, which is Chaos Jazz, and then the other one is Freedom Blues. You really just care about that 30 Anomaly proficiency. So whichever one you have is the one you can use. There realistically are no other options. Yeah, this is what you all run. So let's go through the disc, shall we? This one, I'm actually running this one. So like I said, I've kind of foregone any attack. It's nice that I had this here. 3 rows into proficiency. Similarly here, there's no attack on here, unfortunately, but 3 rows into proficiency, that's all we care about. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any piece with 4. Super unlucky. This one, it would have been nice with 3. It's something that could be improved, but having that 1 roll into attack here is really not that bad, so I'll take it. This 4, it's Anomaly proficiency every time. You have no other options. It's too valuable. In an ideal world, you'd roll like 3-4 times into attack, because that's the only stat you really care about, but having some pen here is not bad. Pen and flat attack are kind of similar in value. Very low. It's not really something we care too much about, but it's better than nothing. Disc 5, ether damage is ahead of attack and pen ratio. At the end of the day, it does kind of come down to your substats. You know, if you have an attack piece, which has like 3 or 4 rows into Anomaly proficiency, realistically, you're probably going to get more value out of that piece than one with ether damage bonus. This is probably the piece that I can get the most out of improving, and I will. With the new event, it's giving out a tuning calibrator, so I will try to use it on this and get another better piece and hopefully roll 1 or even 2 more Anomaly proficiencies. And then this 6. This is the controversial one, I guess. In an ideal world, you would run something like this, Anomaly Mastery. That's going to push you all the way up to 190 something Anomaly Mastery, which is great. It's more comfortable. But in terms of just having attack, it's actually not that bad. I think in terms of damage loss, it's about 1%. So whichever one is better substats. For me, the attack one is just better substats. You know, an extra roll of Anomaly Proficiency is just better for me in this scenario. I've tried and tried to get a good Anomaly Proficiency one, but it's been kicking my ass. So yeah, I'm stuck here essentially. These are the 2 pieces where I'm not the most happy. In an ideal world, this would be Anomaly Mastery, and then this would have more rows into Anomaly Proficiency, but beggars can't be choosers. I think overall, the build is still really good, really fantastic. I did some damage testing and stuff like that, and she performs extremely well. She is essentially ether damage Bernice, a little bit more to the kit and like maintenance and stuff, but the damage is insane. So yeah, I love Anomaly Proficiency units as a concept. I hate building them. 1 in 4 is not fun to do, like not fun to deal with at all. Okay, let's talk about the Wengine and the Mindscapes. So her Wengine is obviously very strong, just on paper. It gives a ton of Anomaly Proficiency, which is exactly what she wants, and then some build up too. Advanced stat, and then also from the passive. So much damage. However, the free-to-play option Weeping Gemini is actually pretty good. You get the attack percent, which is not something to scoff at, and you do get a ton of Anomaly Proficiency here. So they are comparable. And the reason why I would say it's worth considering is that her Mindscapes are actually very strong. M1, you get 3 feathers essentially. You know, for every 4 you spend, you gain 1 for free. That just means over the course of a long fight, it's less time on her and more time on your actual DPS triggering those feathers. And then all attribute anomaly damage and disorder damage received by targets increased by 16%. Overall, from a lot of the calculations, they're kind of all over the place, but around 30% more damage, which is fantastic. And then you have the stepping stone into M2. This one is a completely broken Mindscape. More ether anomaly build-up, that's whatever. But then the bloom damage, where the most of her damage comes from, 130% of the original value, and then an all attribute res shred. It's insane. Her M2 is completely broken. So overall, I would say her M1 and M2 have more value than the Wengine, which is rare. So yeah, if you're gonna go for something, I would recommend the M1 and M2, and then you can pick up the Wengine after, if you must. But this is a very good option for free to play, so it's kind of up to you. This is what I've gone with. I still might pull her Mindscapes, but we'll see how that plays out. Okay, let's quickly talk about team compositions. So Vivian has pretty much cemented herself as a core piece of any Anomaly team. So people forget that Miyabi is actually an Anomaly character. She does a lot of Anomaly damage too. So her, with Vivian and Astra Yao, are essentially the premier team when it comes to Vivian. But she also works really well with the likes of Yanagi as the main DPS and Jane Doe as the main DPS. So you can run either Miyabi, Yanagi, or Jane Doe with Vivian, and then Astra Yao as your support. Astra Yao synergizes really well with her because the quick swap that you get to do because of Astra Yao generates a feather, which is something you don't get essentially with other supports. Your other options also include running either of these units with Vivian and then running Bernice as well for that third anomaly, to just go full into anomaly. And it can work. There is a lot of swapping and management you have to do with Bernice and Vivian to make sure that their stacks and her bar stays up long enough for both of their stuff to tick over. But it's really fun. It's a lot to do. You obviously do have the free-to-play team as well, which is going to be What's the Piper? And then you run Lucy as the support instead. You can do that, but she has a lot of options. This team here is probably my favorite, so yeah, very, very fun. And that about wraps it up for Vivian. Overall, I'm super, super happy. The main thing is she has essentially brought all of the Anomaly characters back up to where they should be. For me, especially Jane Doe, one of my favorite characters to play, she's made her feel really damn good again. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm trolling when I'm playing her now. So yeah, I'm super, super happy. She does feel a little clunky in the beginning, but once you get used to her feather generation, yeah, it feels so smooth to play. And the damage, oof, those are blooms. They feel nice. They feel really nice. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Did you guys pull for her? I was building her with your stats better than mine. There will be a showcase after this, whether you stick around or not. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do leave a like and sub. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
적, 짱!